The Whispering Walls. Ethan stood in front of his new house, a tall, weathered building with peeling white paint and a garden overrun with wildflowers and weeds. It was nothing like their old apartment in the bustling city, but his mom said the countryside would be a fresh start for both of them. That night, as he lay in his new room, Ethan was lulled to sleep by the gentle chirping of crickets. However, just as he drifted off, a faint sound broke the silence. Tap, tap, shuffle. He sat up, his heart pounding. The sound seemed to be coming from the walls. Ethan glanced at the clock. 11:57 p.m. Maybe it was just the house settling, he told himself. But when he pressed his ear to the wall, he thought he heard a whisper. Help us. Ethan froze. Was he imagining things? He held his breath, but the sound was gone. The next morning, he told his mom about the noise, but she dismissed it. Old houses creak, Ethan. It's nothing to worry about. But the sounds continued every night. Sometimes it was tapping, other times a soft sobbing, or the faint whisper of voices he couldn't quite understand. Determined to solve the mystery, Ethan decided he wouldn't just listen anymore, he'd investigate. The search. The following night, armed with a flashlight and his courage, Ethan waited until the clock struck midnight. The whispers started again, faint but persistent. They seemed to come from the far corner of his room. He moved his bed aside and noticed something odd, a seam in the wall, almost like a hidden door. Using his pocket knife, Ethan pried at the edges until the panel popped open, revealing a narrow, dusty passageway. His flashlight beam revealed cobwebs and a staircase spiraling down into darkness. Ethan hesitated, but curiosity pushed him forward. He crept down the stairs, the air growing colder with each step. The whispers grew louder, clearer. They weren't just random murmurs now. Please, find us. At the bottom of the stairs, Ethan discovered a small, hidden room. It was filled with old furniture, faded photographs, and a large, heavy trunk. The whispers seemed to come from inside. The discovery. Ethan approached the trunk cautiously. With trembling hands, he unlatched it and lifted the lid. Inside were bundles of letters, yellowed with age, and a small, locked journal. As he touched the journal, the whispers stopped abruptly, leaving an eerie silence. Ethan took the journal upstairs and spent the next few days deciphering the faded handwriting. It belonged to a girl named Clara, who had lived in the house nearly a century ago. Her entries spoke of strange happenings, how she and her siblings had discovered the hidden room and started hearing the same whispers Ethan had. But one day, the journal abruptly ended, leaving their fate a mystery. The connection. Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that Clara and her siblings were still in the house, somehow trapped. He decided to return to the hidden room. This time, he searched every corner until he found a loose stone in the wall. Behind it was a small key. The key fit the journal's lock perfectly. As Ethan turned the pages, new entries appeared before his eyes, as if written by an invisible hand. The final entry read, "Thank you for finding us. We can rest now." The room grew warmer, and for a moment, Ethan thought he saw faint silhouettes of children smiling at him before fading into the light. The whispers were gone, and the house felt peaceful for the first time. From that night on, the strange noises never returned. Ethan never told his mom about what happened, but he felt a deep connection to the house and to the children whose voices he had set free.